had work this morning. I just taught my 2 dance classes and now I'm back home. I ate lunch and I'm getting ready. I'm gonna hang out with my sister. There's a Polk Street flea market, street fair thing. I don't know. I've never been before. I did have a garage sale last weekend and that went really well actually. I sold a lot of stuff. And so I feel like I have room in my closet to buy something new. I feel like I never go to Polk Street. It's just too far. But I like the area. There's also a lot of cute cafes down there. Hopefully it's not crowded. We'll see. That one? Oh my god, what? That's insane. How do you close it? Whoa.
Like a Coach bag.
That's so funny. I'm back home. I'm so tired. Shopping can actually be so exhausting sometimes. We didn't find anything. I did buy a book. It was only $2. I got Daisy Jones and the Six. That was from a random thrift store, but that's such a good deal. $2? $2 for a book? Nowadays books are so expensive, like $20. So I'm happy with that. But it was very overstimulating. I think there was a lot going on. And I felt like an imposter the whole time. I felt like it was very obvious that I wasn't from that neighborhood. Even though I'm from SF, I don't know, sometimes I go to different districts and I think it's just really obvious that I'm not from that district. Maybe it's just because it's far from mine or it's a different crowd of people. I definitely need to go to that side of the city more to get more familiar with it. I always go to North Beach, but I never go to Russian Hill or Polk. And then I'm going to a high school's dance concert tonight. I went to my old high school's dance concert a few nights ago because one of my dance students was in it, and it was so nostalgic being back there and watching it because I used to be on my high school's dance team. But we had COVID the year that we would have performed, so I never got to perform on that stage. It was like watching what could have been my life. Today I'm going to a different high school's dance show because 2 of my students will be in it. I think it'll be interesting. It's also very good inspo for me since I feel like I'm not the best at choreographing, so watching more dance shows will be good inspiration. I really liked watching Coachella's live stream because it's dance and live music together. Sometimes when you watch dance shows, it's just too obvious that the dancers are silent and that the music is recorded. Live singing plus live dancing is just the perfect combination. I always wanted to be one of those teachers that are very involved with their students' lives and hobbies outside of class and outside of dance. So I'm trying to go to more of their shows and stuff. The other week I went to my old elementary school's play of West Side Story. That was so cute and just so inspiring. These little kids are so brave and talented. I would never be able to go up on stage and do a solo or act, especially at that age. It's so crazy. I'm gonna go to the florist to buy some roses. There's live music going on Balboa Street too. I don't know what that was about. So lively today. The city is up. Or how much are these ones?
The same.
Okay, I'll do 2 of those. Yeah. Good morning, it's the next day. Let's get ready. I was planning on going to a cafe alone today, and then I found out that my friend Christine was also gonna go to a cafe. So we merged plans, and now we're meeting at Sight Class on Divisadero Street at 12. I think I'm gonna have a pretty busy day today. I'm stacking quite a few hangouts. I usually try to avoid doing that because my social battery is so low, but these are all my close friends, so I think I should be fine. I have some work to do. Actually, I don't really have that much work to do. I just wanted an excuse to go to a cafe. I have very little reasons to work at a cafe nowadays because I don't work really and I don't study. I'm not in school anymore. I'm just gonna milk every little task I have out. I'm mostly probably just gonna read and edit. The dance show last night was so good, so insanely professional and impressive. The dancers took it so seriously, and you can tell they put in so much hard work. I just got so emotional watching my dancers. I was so proud of them. They just do so much. They're in school, they have so many tests to do, they're in all these dances in school, they're also learning my dances. I just don't know how they do it all. I need to go to more art shows because that was so inspiring and amazing to watch. It was extremely contemporary though. Like the kind of contemporary that's super interpretive, and half the song they're just scattered formations walking in different directions, just walking. You know, if you know, you know. And there is only one hip-hop performance, which I was sad about because I personally love watching hip-hop the most. I think hip-hop is the most entertaining, and those are the dances where I watch it and I'm jealous and I want to learn it. These past 2 dance shows I've watched has just made me so envious of them, and I want so badly to be on stage and dance again, and I just realized, like, I'm probably never gonna have that chance ever again. If I'm already getting emotional and crying watching only 2 of my students on stage performing a dance that I didn't even make, imagine me watching every single one of my classes, all my students, doing their final pieces on stage for the very last time. That's gonna wreck me. Even just thinking about it makes me so emotional. I'm gonna be a mess. I'm gonna be such a mess. My life right now feels exactly like Frances Ha, the movie. I just keep relating back to it. Frances Ha is a movie with Greta Gerwig, and she's just roaming around New York in her mid-20s, doesn't know what she's doing. She's working as a dance teacher in her studio, but she's kind of jobless. That's just my life. And by the end of the movie, she puts on one of her own shows, and that song, I think it's called Falling Off the Horse or Falling Off a Horse, it makes me cry every single time. The pacing is just perfect, and it's black and white, and usually when you watch a black and white film, it's very obvious that's black and white, but with that movie, I just forget. I love that movie so much. I've rewatched it like a billion times. I guess I never really explained it, but I'm working as a dance teacher in my old studio. I've been at that studio since I was in kindergarten. I quit during COVID, so that was my senior year of high school, because, you know, dance on Zoom, that just does not work out. And I decided I'm never gonna be a dancer again. I don't know, I was so apprehensive towards dance, put my shoes away, and I was never going to touch it ever again. And then 2 years into college, I realized I should probably take a dance class. I don't know what made me want to take a dance class in college, but I decided to take a contemporary class. And that's when I met Kaylee, my best friend. Probably the best decision I ever made in college. I finally felt this sense of belonging in this huge college that I really did not like. It was so exhilarating getting to go on stage again. I forgot how fun it is to perform since I haven't performed since like 2019. I think as a dancer, I experienced so much imposter syndrome because I'm not ballet trained. I have very bad technique. I'm not flexible. I took many years off from dancing, so any skills that I did have to begin with, gone. I'm not a strong choreographer. I've never been passionate about choreographing dances. I think what made me continue doing it was just more so the community. I loved the showcases because you just feel so much sense of belonging and support, and the dance community is just so nice. But anyways, I graduated college in June and I had nothing to do, and I was listening to this Olivia Dean song. It was from one of her old albums, and I was like, this is a perfect across the floor song. I could just picture it in my head, the kicks and the turns and the pas de bres, the chassés. I called up my old dance teacher, the owner of the studio, that day, and I was like, do you need a dance teacher? And then like a week later I was teaching classes, so it happened really quickly and I didn't really put much thought into it. Actually, I think that's how most of my decisions are made. It's very impulsive and spontaneous, because if I think about it too much, I'm going to overthink myself into stagnation and talk myself out of it. So this was very spontaneous, and I think that was the only way it could have happened. But I started teaching in the summer. It was my first time ever teaching any dance classes. It was really difficult at first. I've continued to feel like an imposter. I get such bad imposter syndrome about being a dancer, about being a dance teacher, a choreographer, but I realize you don't need it to be perfect. And I'm trying to think about this in all aspects of my life. You don't need your art to be perfect, you just need it to exist. I sit there and I listen to a song and nothing's coming to mind, and it takes me so long to get into a flow state and actually produce anything. But once I do, I'm so proud. I'm like, wow, like, you are capable of doing it. You know that saying that everyone's an artist? Like, you don't have to sell art, you don't have to make art all the time or go to school for it to be an artist. I think the same thing goes for being a dancer. You don't need to be in a studio, train 5 hours a week, and have done it since you're a kid to be a dancer. Anyone can be a dancer, anyone can dance, and everyone should. Literally play your favorite song in your room at night, close all the blinds, and go crazy. Let yourself do whatever you want. It is the best therapy ever. Teaching is so rewarding. Creating this environment and this classroom where they feel they belong and are supported and they make friends, I think that's such a huge part of it, dancing, and it's what makes them come back to class each week. They just remind me of myself when I was a dancer, and I'm trying to just reverse all the negative beliefs, that toxic relationship that can build with your art. I love my job so much, and it's weird because I didn't foresee this at all. I didn't have a plan for what I was gonna do in my gap year or once I graduated, and I think if I told my younger self that I was a dance teacher at my studio, I would be so surprised. I still feel too young and too inexperienced to be a teacher, but I'm like, I've literally been doing this for almost a year and it's gone okay. Like I'm doing it. I am a teacher. I am a dance teacher. And I love the routine of it too. Waking up early, going to work on the bus, even on the cold winter mornings, opening up the studio, picking out the costumes was so fun. Today I need to finalize all the hairstyles. I can't wait for picture day. I can't wait for the rehearsals, for recital day, getting to help them do their hair and makeup. I miss doing hip hop though. I was never really that great at hip hop, but I think hip hop is so fun to dance. Here's what I'm gonna be bringing in my bag. First things first, my laptop. I put this California Dirt sticker on it. I think it's so cute. It's really worn out now, but I went to their pop-up a few months ago in the winter and it was really cute. Everything there is so beautifully designed and curated. I really want some of their jewelry or merch. So packing that. They also had pop-up tattoo, like a tattoo artist doing their designs. I was about to get one of those. That would be so cute, having matching jewelry with your tattoo. That's so cool. Anyway, I'll go to the next pop-up. I'm gonna bring this book. Lexi is letting me borrow this book from her. It's The Creative Act of Way Being. I just started it recently, so I'm barely any way through, but I'm so excited to be reading this one. I think it's such a beautiful book. Once I'm finished, if I like it, I'm definitely gonna purchase it myself because I want this on my bookshelf. I'm bringing 2 notebooks. These are moleskins. I have so many, each for different reasons. This one is my spring one, like my everyday commonplace type of notebook, and then this is my dance one where I do dance notations, formations, my glasses because my eyesight is terrible, wallet, Bluetooth headphones, I have the Bose ones, and then my earbuds. These are broken though. When I connect it to my phone, it keeps turning on voice control. I think it's just because there's hella water and sand in my phone, so there's nothing I can do about it. That's annoying. Lip balm. I use the Edom one in guava. I've been trying to find a guava lip balm for so long. This is so perfect. It's perfect shade of pink. It's perfect, fresh, fruity guava scent. Perfect for summertime. This is my go-to. I love this lip balm. Giant bag. I really need a better tote bag. I need one with a zipper, but this is what I'm gonna bring. Okay, let's go. Sight glass matcha review. A bit like grass. It's really bitter. It's really bitter. I put syrup too. I'm back home now. I stayed at the cafe for 3 hours. Christine's still there. She's grinding for her CPA test in May. I felt so silly. She was actually doing work and I was just on Pinterest looking at different hairstyles for my dancers. The design of the place was really inefficient. All the tables had a corner cut out of it. So you had to cram at a table with a bunch of strangers. And so many people didn't have desk space, like me. And the matcha wasn't great. Maybe, but that was probably my fault for getting matcha there. I just don't like coffee, so it's the only thing I could get. But yeah. Why would you cut the corner out of a table? My friends are coming over. We're just gonna chill at my house. Maybe get some food later. It's the next day. I've been up since 9, but I had my weekly therapy call at 10. Now I'm gonna go on a hike with my friend Anna. We were meant to go on it yesterday, but we ended up seeing our friends, so we're doing it today instead, and I think it will be very needed. I feel like this whole weekend I've been out and about in the city and having very like urban activities, and I can feel it. I need to be in some fresh air. So I think this will be nice. We're doing this hike on a weekly basis. The month before, we got pretty consistent at it. We even went during sunset, and that was beautiful. That was such a beautiful hike. But we do the same one. It starts at the beach, ends up at the bridge, then we make our way back, and it takes like 2 hours. There's also usually DJs. They set up on one of those old military bases by the end of the bridge, and they be just having their set, a couple people dancing. I think that's also where they do the DJ sets on the edge of the cliff during sunset, and those get packed. I would be scared to go to one of those. Like, you'd just be jamming out, dancing, and then could tumble down. They look really fun. I think it's really interesting, the juxtaposition between like a very electronic set and a bunch of people and then the really serene, peaceful environment. It's funny. But there's always a dude just jamming out. And it's sunny today. And yesterday was foggy, so maybe it was a miracle that we couldn't go yesterday and we're going today instead. I'm excited. I need to go out. I need to touch some grass. There's always caterpillars on this hike though, and I hate caterpillars. I have like the biggest fear of caterpillars ever. That's the only bad thing about this hike. We're at Equator Coffee. We come here as a pit stop to get water because it's the halfway point, and then we'll go back. We got a black cherry. It's new. Tastes just like matcha.
No, I taste it now.
I think it could be more cherry. Oh, it kind of tastes like melted cherry ice cream. Wait, I don't know if I like this. Maybe I don't like cardamom. I don't think I like cardamom.
What? Ew! No! I can't do it. Wait, I literally can't. No, I can't. We're not making it home.